Good YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated, 3-division world champion, superstar boxer Gervonta Davis, who has 26 wins, no losses, no draw, 24 big wins by way of knockout, 27 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. With that said, Gervonta Davis, he's doing promotion, he's doing interviews. He's in the limelight right now because he has a fight coming up May 28th in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center against fellow stablemate in undefeated WBA lightweight title interim contender Rolando Rolly Romero. Okay, that fight is scheduled to take place, like I said, May 28th. Rolly is 14 wins, no losses, no draws, 12 wins by way of knockout. He is 26 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. With that said, Gervonta Davis has been making headlines as of late, not because of his fight with Rolly Romero, but because of his fight with Rolly Romero. And what I mean by that is, that's a fight. Gervonta Davis is considered the cash cow from junior welterweight on down, a pay-per-view star, and Rolly Romero doesn't fit the bill for many people, many fans, many boxing pundits, and not Gervonta Davis himself. So Gervonta Davis, he took to social media and he stated that the only reason he's fighting this quote-unquote clown in Rolando Rolly Romero is because Floyd Mayweather, he signed to Mayweather Promotions, retired legendary Hall of Fame iconic superstar boxer Floyd Mayweather, Mayweather Promotions, and CEO Leonard Ellaby, okay? Now they partnered with PBC, Premier Boxing Champions, and he fights on Showtime with Showtime President Steven Espinosa. So with that said, many people are not happy with this fight, and neither is Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis, he stated that that's the only reason he's fighting Rolly is because his contract has expired with Mayweather Promotions, and that he's moving on, okay? And from the moment he announced that this was his last fight, his contract is up. That's why they keeping this an in-house fight. Rolly is signed to Mayweather Promotions. He has been pouring it on, letting it be known he's just simply not happy with Mayweather Promotions. He wants to move on. He's not happy with how he's being promoted. He stated that, you know, his tickets for Rolly is going on sale a month before the fight. That's not going to work, as if I'm Michael Jackson or something, you know. So he's been, you know, not happy with the fact that Floyd Mayweather announced he's coming back. He has a comeback fight against somebody he's very familiar with, you know, a protege of his late, great, legendary uncle and former trainer and world champion himself, and Roger Mayweather, and Dangerous Don Moore. It's going to take place May 14th in Dubai. He held a press conference the same day they held a press conference for Rolly and Gervonta Davis in Brooklyn. He wasn't happy about that. He went and stated that he feels Floyd Mayweather, no matter how much money he has, Floyd Mayweather is considered a billionaire, listed as a billionaire. No matter how much money you have, you're still jealous. So he went on and on. Floyd Mayweather, he stated that, you know, he wished the best for Gervonta Davis. He thought he did get great by him. And he feels like Gervonta Davis, you know, needs to spread his wings if that's what he feels, and more power to him, and nothing lasts forever. So with that said, it's been going back and forth. But Gervonta Davis, he recently did an interview, and many people, they feel like Gervonta Davis is not happy because he's not getting the big fights he wants. He wants to fight better opposition. Gervonta Davis is considered one of the four horsemen, one of the best fighters in the lightweight division himself. Undefeated WBC lightweight world champion, superstar boxer Devin "The Dream" Haney. You had former unified lightweight world champion VASILY, TEOFIMO LOPEZ, and rising Mexican superstar lightweight title contender King Ryan Garcia. They were considered the four horsemen. And then you still have on the outside of that, two-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion VASILY High-Tech Lomachenko, okay? So you did some big names down there, and many people started to speculate that Gervonta Davis, since Gervonta Davis stated that, you know, he wasn't happy, you know, with the fight with Rolly. he wants bigger fights, and his coach, longtime trainer and mentor, Coach Calvin Ford, stated that he's been wanting to fight with VASILY Lomachenko, and that fight hasn't come to fruition, and he's simply not happy about it, right? Well, now he does an interview with $1 million worth of game with Gilly the Kid and Wallow, and he was asked, has he ever called out the big names? Because the frustration on the part of Gervonta Tank Davis and the frustration on the part of the fans is, when is Gervonta Tank Davis going to fight the absolute best there is to offer? Okay. And Gervonta Tank Davis is your superstar, but you want to see Gervonta Tank Davis in with better opposition, right? And so Gervonta Tank Davis was asked, we want to see you fight these guys. When are you going to fight these guys? And Gervonta Tank Davis honestly responds and says, I'm being truthful. I don't know when I'm going to fight these guys. And then he responds and says, well, Gilly asks him, have you ever demanded these fights? And he says he never demanded the fights. So that's going to lead a lot of people to start to speculate, well, Gervonta Tank Davis, why are you complaining about Floyd Mayweather? You are the highest paid fighter in the low weight classes from junior welterweight on down. You're a pay-per-view star made by Floyd Mayweather. And you haven't had the big fights, but you're not complaining about making the big fights. You're not pushing for the big fights. So what's the point in leaving Floyd Mayweather if you're not eager to make the big fights? This is a testament to what undefeated WBC lightweight world champion superstar boxer Devin "The Dream" Haney, who is 27 wins, no losses, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'8" with a 72-inch arm reach, has been saying. He stated, if Gervonta Tank Davis is not willing to push for the big fights, what's the point in leaving Floyd Mayweather? And now Gervonta Tank Davis, he had this to say. Listen.
Since a youngin', fight anybody. Since an amateur, fight anybody.
So you can hear Gilly saying, since you was a youngin', we know that you're willing to fight anybody, right? You're willing to get in the ring with anybody. So listen to what he had to say once again.
Since a youngin'.
Since a youngin'.
Fight anybody. Since an amateur, fight anybody. Me, the fans, we feeling like you not getting the best fights you supposed to.
So you see, he said, we the fans, myself, the fans, boxing pundits, media, everybody, they feel like Tank Davis will fight anybody, but you haven't fought anybody, right? You haven't fought these guys. And listen to Gervonta Tank Davis' response.
Since a youngin', fight anybody. Since an amateur, fight anybody. Me, the fans, we feeling like you not getting the best fights you supposed to. But we know Tank will fight anybody. For me, we want to see you fight Lomachenko. We want to see you fight Devin Haney, TEOFIMO, LOPEZ, motherfucking all the top, who they say is the 4 horsemen, and they anywhere around your weight class. We want to see. So
Gilly says we want to see you fight the 4 horsemen. He is one of the 4 horsemen. It's Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Teofimo Lopez. Lomachenko is on the outside of that. He's already 33 years of age. He started in the lower weight classes. He's a 3-division champion, but he's already established. The 4 horsemen is the 3 guys, is the 4 guys is Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Gervonta Davis, and Ryan Garcia. Those are the 4 horsemen, okay? So
see you fight Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, motherfucking all the top, who they say is the 4 horsemen, and they anywhere around your weight class. We want to see it happen. When we gonna see it happen?
I'm not sure. I ain't
That's
got
the best
nothing to do.
answer you
That
can
was
give.
real shit.
That's some real shit.
I don't know. That's like,
How many times you don't went in there and said, I want these niggas, man?
to be honest, I ain't never said.
So he says it's out of his control. Wallow was saying, well, that's out of his control. That's not in his wheelhouse. And he's like, have you went in the office demanding these fights? And he says, to be honest, I never did. So now it's going to beg the question as to what is the complaint, because you're already a superstar making tons of money. You already a pay-per-view star. You haven't fought the biggest names available for you to fight. You have Devin Haney pushing at 23 years of age. He's 4 years younger than Gervonta Davis. He's heading into a massive undisputed showdown June 4th in the States, June 5th in Australia, against newly crowned, undefeated, unified lightweight world champion Australian star boxer George Kambosos Jr. He's pushed for that fight. Devin Haney did whatever it took to make that fight happen, including Devin Haney having DHP Promotions, Devin Haney Promotions, with father, trainer, manager, and CEO Bill Haney, doing things on their own, decided that the best thing for them to do to make sure they secured his biggest fights was to sign with ESPN top rank Bob Arum in order to secure a fight with George Kambosos Jr. A 3-fight deal that's going to see George Kambosos Jr. fight Devin Haney in Australia. He loses. He gets an immediate rematch in Australia against Devin Haney. And then Devin Haney looks like he's going to have to defend those titles against Lomachenko. So he's doing what is necessary for his legacy. And he's right behind Gervonta Tank Davis. Their base amount of money that they receive is on the same par. It's just that Devin Haney is not fighting on pay-per-view. Gervonta Tank Davis gets back-end pay-per-view revenue. Devin Haney doesn't. Devin Haney's getting $5 million a fight. $5 million a fight from DAZN, Matchroom, Eddie Hearn. About the same as Gervonta Tank Davis. The difference is, again, Gervonta Tank Davis gets back-end money off the pay-per-views, which see him gross higher, a little bit higher, and he's a bigger star. But he's 27, going on 28. Devin Haney's 23. Just turned 23. So with that said, Devin Haney's pushing for that fight. Teofimo Lopez, he pushed Bob Arum, ESPN, and Top Rank to make the fight happen with Vasily Lomachenko, and he beat Lomachenko. Okay? George Kambosos Jr. pushed for the fight with Teofimo Lopez. He's 27, but he pushed for the fight with Teofimo Lopez. And he's arguably going to have a better resume. He beat Mickey Bay. He beat Lee Selby. He beat Teofimo Lopez. He's fighting better opposition than Gervonta Tank Davis. And he's pushing for these fights. So now it's going to beg the question. Why are you looking to exit Floyd Mayweather and unhappy when people thought you was unhappy because you're not getting the fights that you were seeking out? You're not getting the big fights. You're not happy with getting a fight against Rolando Rolly Romero and being able to prove your point. But you never knocked on Floyd Mayweather's door to tell Floyd Mayweather this is the fight that you wanted. You never demanded the Lomachenko fight. You sat back idle on your hands and expecting Floyd Mayweather to make the decisions. But then you mad at Floyd Mayweather for making the decisions that he's making. You can't be mad at Floyd Mayweather at that point. If you're not pushing, he's made you a superstar, a pay-per-view star, a cash cow, junior welterweight on down. And you're not pushing for said fights that you believe that you should be receiving and the fans believe that you should be in. And the critics that criticize you feel like you should be in. But you saying that you never knocked on his door and tell him that these are the fights that you want. Well, then people are going to start to say, well, what are you unhappy with? Because if you're not pushing for these fights, see, it's one thing Devin Haney is pushing for these fights. Teofimo Lopez pushed for the fights. George Kambosos is pushing for the fights. Ryan Garcia pretends to push for the fights, but they never actually happen. But if you're not pushing for the fights, then what is there to be unhappy with? It's going to get a lot of people to start to say that Gervonta Tank Davis is being exposed. What are you unhappy with? If Floyd Mayweather, then Floyd Mayweather would be in the right if he don't even know what you want. If he feels like you okay fighting the Rolando Rolly Romeros of the world, the Isaac Pitbull Cruzes of the world, the Mario Barrios of the world, the one guy on your resume is 4-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer Leo Santa Cruz. But outside of that, if Floyd Mayweather feels like you okay and content and happy with fighting these types of guys, then why would he be in the wrong? If you're not telling him and explaining and expressing that I want the big fights, that's going to be a problem moving forward. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, and get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Oh, it is your boy Jada Kiss. Make sure you check out Blue Blood Sports TV. It's going down.